Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome to the real world review of the Focus RS. I say real world, I don't drive cars for a living, and I'm not a journalist, and I don't make a living off YouTube, so you get an impartial view of it, and my thoughts, and they may not be what's true or accurate, but it's my view, so take it for what you like. So first of all, let's talk about the power. That was the big selling point right at the beginning. That's what everyone got a big hard on about, was the 350 horsepower, 350 torque. When I went to buy this, that's what the salesman was saying. Oh, this got 350 horsepower, 350 torque. I was like, yeah, I know. But you know, there's got to be more about a car than just that. So I'm going to try and give you this review, not talking about cup holders and going over little bits and pieces and stuff like that. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty and go through why do you buy this genre of car? Well, the first of all is the power. Is it that powerful? Is it such a big leap over other stuff? Is it usable? Yes to everything, really. Yes, it's noticeable, and it's usable. It's very linear. There's no put your foot on the gas and then all of a sudden punch and put you back in your seat. It's just put your foot on the gas and it goes, but nothing too leery. Whoa! All right, let's take it a little easier. It's because that guy was coming up quick. I don't like people on my ass like that. Okay, the first thing I'd like to say is just being sat in here feels like I'm part of the car. Sat in these seats, they're really well bolstered. I was going to say boasted. Bastard. They're bastarded. They're really well bolstered. I feel I'm a big fucker as well. I could do with losing about 20 pounds off my fat ass to sit in this seat better. But I think I'm just on the limit. I'm good. I'm comfortable. So, but it is a little tight. But I feel real comfortable. Everything, it just feels like it was molded around me, like it was made for me, which is a really nice feeling to have. That's not going to be the same for everyone. If you're 6'5", yeah, it's going to be different. You know, if you're a skinny little fucker, it's going to be different to me. But I think everyone will get that feeling when they come in here, when they sit in this seat, that everything is like nicely around you. You're not reaching for anything. I do like that feeling. One thing I don't like about the seat is it's too high. I've got it on its lowest setting. It's too high. Could do with being lower. Not much I can do about that except get an aftermarket mod, which there is one, and put that on. You're just swapping out the railings and you put it on, and your seat gets lowered. Am I going to do it? Nah. But I'm kind of used to what I got now. So. Alright, the steering's real easy. I just drive it with one hand, sometimes just a finger and a thumb. It's in normal mode right now. As you know, the car has got normal, sport, track and drift. I'm in normal mode right now. I'm in normal mode probably 80-90% of the time on my normal day. Well, my normal day is probably like 95% of the time, but yeah, on a weekend it's maybe 60% of the time and 40% in sport. But what happens is when you put it in sport, a few things happen. One, the exhaust starts to sound real nice. That's one good plus. The other one is the steering stiffens up a little bit and it becomes more responsive, which takes a little getting used to, because I turned it in when the first week I had it. I turned it into corners too early. And it can still be a problem, because when you're spending 90% of your time in normal mode and then you put it in sport where it's a little bit more touchy, you tend to overcompensate, you tend to overdo it. So I'm turning into a right-hander and I've got two wheels like touching the damn dirt. I don't get that in normal mode, but I wouldn't. It'd be the same if I drove in sport all the time and then went to normal. I wouldn't be turning in fast enough. Also, when you put it in the sport, the throttle becomes a lot more responsive. I mean a lot more. All of a sudden you realize that this thing does have 350 of each under the hood, because in normal mode you wouldn't really know it. Well, you would if you stick your foot to the floor, but in sport mode you don't need to do that. It's just raring to go, begging you. You can probably see by the gear stick is this is something I really like. It's a great size, a short throw, it's in a perfect place, and it's just silky smooth. Here's my thumb, that was 4th to 3rd, and then here's my pinky, there you go, 3rd to 4th. Just effortless. It's not sloppy. There's no slop now it's in the gear. Look, it's not going anywhere. It's just real simple to change gear in this car. The pedals, there's a bit of a strange one here, and I think the Focus ST is got the same pedal, but the accelerator pedal is an inch and a half lower than what the brake pedal is. So when you're heel toe in this for the first time, you're going to miss. That's just the way it is. I think they've done it for that, so that when you're putting pressure on the brake, your foot goes down a little bit, and then you're the same height as the accelerator pedal. We're not used to that. You know, we're used to it being somewhere else, and when we go to find it, it's not there anymore. So that took me. How long did that take me to get used to? A week or so. I think actually the first week I had it, I took it up to the mountains on the tail of the Dragon, and that forced me to heel toe. So I soon got used to it then. Okay, the brakes. The brakes are fantastic. They match the handling. I don't know if I actually said the handling's fucking great. It's got 350 horses, 350 torque, and it's got handling to keep it on the road. And the speed is not too much for the handling, if you see what I mean. It seems like they're very well balanced. It's got the right amount of speed for the right amount of handling, and for the right brakes. A lot of these cars in this genre do not have decent brakes. This thing has got them. It's got 4-pop Brembos, I think it is. I know it's Brembos anyway. They're nice blue calipers up front. They look good, you know, and it's got the Brembo name on it. You know, does it live up to the hype? Yes, it does. It does on this car. It stops, and you can be going real quick, and you just put your foot down, and they just bite, and you're slowing down just as quick. So yeah, really like that. Okay, now for a couple of little gripes, I guess. The Sync 3 head unit here, don't like it. To try and find some music on my flash drive is just a pain in the ass. I may as well pull the car over and look for it. I'm just going through all these different things to find it. It's just, the last car I had, it was like two taps of button, I'm in there, I've got it. This one's just all over the place. Don't like it much. But then I've done an upgrade on it, and now it's got Android Auto, and now I can have Google Maps from my phone straight onto the screen and use it on there, talk to it. Works fantastic, so really like that. The room in the car, I still had to think about the family. I've just got the one kid, wife and kid. She's my child, she's 10, so got to make sure, you know, I can still carry them around. What are we on? Smith Road? I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm just going to drive around in circles. So yeah, I still need to drive them around, and then obviously sometimes you're going to take passengers, drop some people off at the pub and things like that. So it's got room in there too. I can sit behind this seat sort of comfortably. My knees are touching the back of the seat, but I'm not scrunched up. I can actually sit and relax, but I've got to have my legs apart slightly. They wouldn't be able to go. They've got to go apart slightly to get in there. So it's just about got enough room. The trunk has got okay trunk space. It's a hatchback. The seats go down, but that's what a major gripe for me. The seats, when they go down, you got to take the headrests off them because they hit the back of these two here. And although I can push the passenger one forward, I can't push the driver's one forward because otherwise I'm going to be driving in a weird position. So it's yeah, that one's not too good. What pond is that? Never noticed that before. Don't even know where I am. I guess it's a good time to plug in the Android Auto, isn't it? Where was I? Shit. Oh, the seats. Yeah, they're a 60-40 split, but you've got to mess around with every headrest. The two rear ones, the left, the right one, and the middle one have all got to be adjusted or taken off. The middle one being adjusted, the outside one's taken off. So yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise. So it's not just as convenient as just dropping them down, stuffing your shit in the back. Other things, what I'm trying to do is just trying to get through a couple of things here. The tires that it comes with, Michelin Pilot Super Sports. I was going to say Powers. That's a motorcycle tire. Michelin Pilot Super Sports. I have to remember where that road comes out. I didn't realise it came out there. That's the tires, the exhaust. One thing when I first got this car, I thought no upgrades. Well, I did go ahead and get a cob access port. I'll talk about that in a second. But normally I always do the exhaust first. Well, with this one I'm not upgrading the exhaust. It sounds fantastic. I love it. It gives little pops out the back. Some of the noises inside the cab are false because some of them come through speakers, but I don't care. It makes me feel good, so that's all that matters. But the pops and the burbles, they are real. They come out of the exhaust. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. I've got some stuff written down in case I miss any. Alright, obviously all-wheel drive. Who doesn't want all-wheel drive, right? What's something I got to talk about? I talked about the normal mode and the sport mode. There's a track mode and a drift mode. The track mode I did use at an autocross and it worked great. I was going to use the drift mode at the autocross and see if I could rotate the back around, but I was having such a blast in track mode and the handling was so damn good that I thought, why break it, you know? So I'm going to have to mess with drift mode at some time. I've put it in it a couple of times and it does give you that feeling of being a rear wheel drive, but I'm wondering if some of that is in your head or not, because you're thinking about the rear wheel and putting the power down from there. So I think somewhere you're like, sorry if you can hear that rattling, it's oh shit, I've gone and unplugged it now. Dumb shit. It's the Accessport holder. It's giving me, there we go, it's giving a little rattle. It's starting to annoy me because I didn't set it up very good last time. Yeah, Accessport. Why the hell get an Accessport when you've got this much power already, and then your Accessport's just going to can have the potential of voiding your warranty? The fact of the matter is, there was good power gains from it. I bought it off a company called Tune Plus, and it was $650, just like it is with anybody else. And should I stop here? Yeah, let's see if we can get down here. Yeah, I bought it off of them, and it comes with their tune, and their tune is really good. It puts like 45 to 50 horsepower extra on at the wheels, not at the crank, and something like 50 to 60, or maybe a little bit more, maybe 65 torque at the wheels. You know what? Is this gonna? I don't think this is really gonna do it. Or will it? Yeah, fuck it. I'll put the car on the side of the road. So I want to show you guys around and just pull the camera up and just have a little look inside and stuff like that. want to see if there's somewhere I could pull over down here. I'm sure there is. But yeah, that's why I've done it. I've done it because the power gains were so good. Oh, here's another downfall with this car, folks. Turning circle, turning radius. It's fucking awful. Oh man, the first time I went to turn, I was like, holy shit, what the hell's going on? There we go, got a little spot right here in the shade. Actually, let's pull right up in the shade and I can better get some better results off the camera then, won't we? Yeah, turning circle, terrible. Back to the tune. Adam with Tune Plus sent me the original file, put it in the car, power gain, just straight away I'm like, oh my god, it's transformed. You know, everything's so much, the first and second gear have got so much more go in them, which you've got to be careful of, because I think Ford done that on purpose, of not making them be so get up and go, so powerful, putting too much stress on the drivetrain basically in the lower gears. So I'm careful there, but it is nice to have that. I normally short shift in the second and then go, which now second's really good. Third's an animal, fourth is an animal. Fifth pulls, I've not gone up that high to go into fifth to really see what it does, but it pulls from down low. It's really nice. But anyway, Adam sent me that. I data logged it and sent it back to him. He updated it and sent it back to me. Asked for 2 more data logs, done that, sent them back to him. He sent another one, 2 more data logs sent back to him. He said, yep, you're good to go. I called him, I emailed him back and said, it seems like the pops and the burbles are gone from my exhaust. So he sent me a revised file where the pops and burbles are supposed to be more active, which I've got it in there right now. And then that one, I was like, I don't really hear it. Well, you don't hear it in the cabin because some of it you don't, but it is burbling like a bitch, I'm sure. Because he then gave me the Tune Plus Burble Plus map. That thing's ridiculous. If you look at my last video, that thing pops and splutters. But I thought, I don't want that all the time. In normal mode, it doesn't do it so often. In sport, it does. But even in normal mode, it was popping quite a lot. So I do love the map. I will be putting it back on and messing with it, I'm sure. But right now, I've gone in between this normal one and the Burble Plus one. Alright, I'm not going to go too much into the tachometers and all the little dials and stuff like that. Don't really need it there. It's functionable. I think the clocks, I think what they should do on a lot of these cars is put the rev counter right slap in the middle with a digital display of the speed in one, and then have your little clocks round the, you know, your other little shit, gas gauge, all that shit round the side of that. There should be just a big old thing. If I designed a car, that's what would it be, because that's all you're interested in. And a shift light, put a shift light in there, not the thing they put on here where just a little light comes on. I mean one that builds up and then, you know, white, yellow, red. Did somebody do that on a damn street car? Doesn't cost much to put that in, does it? For this camera right here, these gauges, actually let's take you out and let's shut this one off just for a second. Alright, these gauges right here, from left to right, you've got oil temperature, boost in PSI, and oil pressure in PSI. The oil temperature is the only one that's actually any use on there. I guess the oil pressure is. I don't look over it enough, but I think you'd soon know if you lost some oil pressure. But it's there and you can see what it's reading at. The boost pressure the boost pressure gauge is a waste of time. It's about as useful as tits on a boar hog, or an ashtray on a motorcycle. You can't, when you're under boost, you need to be looking at the road, not a damn gauge. What I liked about the previous car I had is the boost gauge would tell you what it went up to, what it done. Now I've got that one here now. So right here, you can see that we haven't been in boost at all. Look, 1.5 psi since I've been talking to you folks. Oh no, I unplugged it, didn't I? It got unplugged. But right there, it told me what I went up to and what the lowest was. So the cob can do it for me just fine. this thing really needs to be able to do that, whereas a car I had previous did. So let's give you a quick walk around of the car. Let's turn it off. Let's get out. Oh. Trying to get my fat ass out of that car is fun. Alright, let's show you what I mean about these pedals. There, if you see that, you can see from there, this pedal look is way lower. Let's line you up like that. See how much lower it is? Get my whole hand underneath there in between it. It's quite a bit lower. So you can tell that take just a little bit of getting used to. This is what I look at while I'm driving. The inside of the cabin I think it looks pretty cool, especially with the RS seats. I really like them. It's half leather, half cloth. I haven't got the upgrade. I didn't get full leather. Here's the rear. Nothing really to get your dick out over, but it's nice. It's comfortable. And you can see it's got leg room, but not a massive amount. It's got some nice big bottle holders though, cup holders. The driver's door actually really does. Oh, there's those sexy damn exhaust pipes. They look good. Okay, trunk. And inside the trunk, I've got my spare mat because it came with all weather mats. It doesn't come with a spare wheel, it comes with fix-a-flat. Reason I think is because it doesn't come with a spare wheel is one, weight saving. Another one is this stupid thing. It's supposed to be the subwoofer, but I think it also generates the sound from the exhaust, I think. But when I'm listening to music, I don't know that I have a sub in the back. It's not really that good. It really needs to be swapped out if you really want. If you're really into that, you need to swap it out. I've got a new license plate coming as well. The channel's going to stay as Scooby-Doo. I'm not changing the channel name, but I will change my number plate, license plate. There's the nice Brembos right there. They do work. They are functional. 19-inch wheels. I'm not going to show you under the hood. You guys can get that information from anywhere. We all know what's under there. It's a bunch of damn plastic when you open the hood up. You can't really see the turbo in there or anything like that. You just see the intercooler pipes and the other pipes and shit going all over the place. But as for the engine itself, just like most modern cars, you don't see shit. Sorry about that, I had you pointing up at, that's not very good filming by me, is it? I had you pointing all over the damn place. Oh, I don't think I've put him in properly. Now, there we go. Let's turn this one back on. Get myself adjusted. Okay, so that was a really quick show around the car. I might do a bigger review on 10,000 miles or something like that. Cover a few more things, but just wanted to show you something a little different and talk about a few things that I don't think other people cover, and it's coming from somebody, just a real world driver. Did I do the right thing buying this car? Yes and no. I didn't need it, I wanted it. Now I've got it, I do not regret it. It is a great car. Let's hope it's as reliable as what the last one was. There are some known issues, but there's known issues with the other ones I've had as well. But yeah, let's hope we don't go there. But apart from that, everything I've got right now and everything it's done so far is met my expectations or exceeded them. And it's more car than I can ever put on the limit myself. So, and except in an autocross, so I can find its limits right there. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's put it in sport mode. Let's stop fucking around. Let's go have a drive. That's more like it. Alright, now the boost gauge showing a little bit different. 25 psi. That's what it maxed out then. And I ain't got time to look over at that damn gauge, I can tell you that. You know what, there are some cool roads up around here. Maybe I should go to them. No, I'll probably just go get lost. There's a lot of traffic. No, let's go right. Fuck it, let's see. Holy fuck. Because I've been driving it around like a pussy for the last 30 minutes talking to you folks. All of a sudden you put it in sport mode, the son of a bitch comes alive, and it's like, whoa, that second gear then put me back in my seat. I like that. I didn't hear any burbles from the exhaust, but I know they're happening. If I was to put a camera on the outside, you know what, let me put this camera, let me pull over in a second, and I'll put this camera on the back side of the car, and we'll see what sort of burbles we get. Because last time I didn't realise it made that much noise until I put the camera on the back. So we'll put him on the back, and then we'll do a couple of little pulls, mess around on a couple of corners, and then we'll call this review done. So overall thoughts of the car, I really do like it. It is a I was going to say a revelation or something like that, but that sounds too much like what something that the journalists would say. It is good. It is everything they said it would be. And another thing, it fucking looks great. If you buy a car and then when you every time you park it up, you take a look back at it when you're walking away, you've bought the right car. You've bought the right car for you. And that's what I do with this every time I park it up and walk off. I look back and think, oh fuck, it don't matter if I'm looking at the front, the side or the rear. It looks good all around. So no regrets there. Oh, do you know what? I don't know how I missed this, but the big downside. And you got to remember what sort of car this is. You know, this isn't a soccer mum's car or anything like that, or a smooth commuter's car. It's a performance car, and the miles per gallon tell you that it's a performance car. I get, let's see what I'm getting right now, a 22.5. That's really, really good. Normally it's around about 20 to 21. So 22.5 is pretty good. I've been taking it easy today. But yeah, the fuel gauge on it, and it goes from full. Once it goes off that full bit, after that you can almost watch the needle go down. You could probably use the needle for a fan for the AC unit. It goes down that fast. But it likes fuel. So it's only got a small fuel tank, so you're going to be at the gas station a lot. My wife can't believe it sometimes that I'll fill up and then, you know, a day or 2 days later I'm filling up again. And I say, well, I'm doing a lot of miles on it now, it's brand new. And hopefully it's going in for its first oil change. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. It's going to go in Friday. So I drop it off with them tomorrow night and then go pick it up for Friday night. And I'm thinking I was going to do all the oil changes myself after that. I like to do them myself. But, oh, can we put in here? Yeah, of course we can. But I think I'm going to get the dealership to do them. It's not that expensive. It's just a pain in the ass taking it over there, you know, and then you've got someone else working on your car, which I don't really like. But, hell well. Right, let's go and stick you on the back of the car, and we'll see if we got some burbles coming out of her. Right, so this one's coming down, and it's going on the back of the car. I'm going to clean this bitch off first. God damn, it's filthy. If not, then the suction cap ain't going to stick, and we're going to end up with a camera in the middle of the road. Alright, so you're going to have to look at the grain for a second. Alright, we're on. Let's get this up. There we go. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, you are set up on the back. Once we get this, let's get my belt on and get the microphone where it should be, we'll pull off and see what we got. Oh god, damn traffic now. Shit, I should have gone then. Oh well. What else can I tell you while we're waiting for traffic? Or maybe I'll edit the video here, edit some of this bullshit out and just give you the burbles that you need. How long we've been filming? 35 minutes, yeah, that's plenty long enough, isn't it? Come on, you fuckers. Now I did flash the car just before I come out and change maps, so it's probably still learning. Which it was definitely hesitant in third. So I had my damn foot to the floor and it did not pull off. Oh, listen to that. Oh, I heard that. That was fourth gear. Just pushing my foot down a little bit and then letting off. Made that noise. Didn't do it that time. That's a cool noise though. So if I rev match the downshift now, give it a little pop. Third gear was fine that time. I guess the bitch learned something back there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's got a couple of little stutters here and there because again, it's got to learn. Once the map's been on there and it's driven about 100 miles, everything's nice and smoothed out. But it does take a little while. That's why I don't like changing maps too much. I think I'm going to leave this one on. It's got the right amount of burbles and splutters in there that I want, without being too obnoxious. Alright folks, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you watching, and join me I guess on the next one, which I don't know when that's going to be. So I don't know what's going to be about either. I'm one of those people that don't feel like I need to put out a bunch of content to keep subscribers. You know, I'm not worried about how many subscribers I got. As long as I help a couple of people. I think I'm going around in fucking circles here, I swear I am. Yeah, so I'm not going to put out content just for the sake of it. If I've got something to show you, I'll make a video. Apart from that, you won't see my ass. But I think there's going to be other things. I want to show how to put the Accessport on, how I've got it mounted right now, and how to kind of permanently have it in there. Because the way the OBD2 connector is a pain in the ass. You can't plug in and leave it. So you've got to move it out and move it around a little bit to get it in place where you want it. So anyway, I'm going to cut out and try and find where the fuck I am and try and get home. Oh, actually, I need to get to the grocery store as well. My wife asked me to get something. So, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you real soon. Thank you.